Hi Stampers, and welcome to my very first video tutorial. Today we are going to make an interactive card that I showed on my blog, and it is called a waterfall card. When you pull the tab, the little panels flip up. Isn't that cute? Alright, let's get started. For the materials you need half of a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You just fold it in half and make a nice crisp crease with your bone folder. Set it aside. Then you need a piece of chocolate chip cardstock, which is 1/4 inch smaller all around, so it's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. You need a little panel that is 4 inches across by 3/4 inch thick, and then you need a panel that is 9 inches by 2 inches. You also need 4 little squares of whisper white cardstock, which are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and 4 mats, real red, which are 2 inches by 2 inches. So first thing we'll do is we'll take our piece of chocolate chip cardstock and our whisper white craft ink, and we're using the Sparkling Bright stamp set today. And I'm just going to stamp some snowflakes all over this. And mostly it's just going to be the edge of the card that shows. So I want to make sure I have lots of snowflakes on the edge. And then we'll set that aside. Next, we're going to stamp our little reindeer, and I'm using chocolate chip. Also, this is the Sparkling Bright stamp set, and with a bold stamp you want to give it a nice firm push. And I'm going to take one of our Stampin' Right markers in real red and color in his nose because he is Rudolph. There we go. And then on the back I'm going to put some adhesive. See, I already stamped them on the back there, and attach it to the mat. Okay, and as you can see, I've already done the other 4. So, back to our card. We're going to take the piece of chocolate chip and the little strip, 3/4 inch by 4 inches. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of snail on either end, because the longer panel needs to slide through this. And I like to line this up on my grid paper so that I make sure that this isn't running off in one direction or the other. There we go. Now I'm going to take my matte pack and 2 fire rhinestone brads. Rhinestone brads come in fire or ice. The fire are the warmer colors. And I'm taking my paper piercer and I'm just poking holes on either end for these brads. The fire brads are the warmer tones, which are red, orange, yellow, and pink. And the ice brads are blue, green, purple, and aqua. There we go. Hear those? Now we're going to attach this to our main card front. And as you can see, I was practicing on the back. And when I have brads, I usually like to add a little extra snail just to make sure it's really stuck on there well. There we go. Now we are going to take the 9 by 2 piece, and with our cutter, sorry, just bumped you, we are going to score it. The black blade is the scoring blade and the orange blade is the cutting blade. So we're going to score this at 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/2 inches, and 4 1/4 inches. And then we'll set the cutter aside, and we're going to take our bone folder and crease all of these score marks. Okay, now the fun begins. We're going to take our card, and we want to take the long piece and slide that down in the middle. And then this, the bottom edge of this square needs to line up with the bottom edge of the bar that goes across. So I am going to put some adhesive on here. This is the part that holds the whole thing together, so make sure that it holds well, but you just want enough to go on that bar. And center it and press firmly, and then you can see how that goes. Alright, next we are going to take our little images and add some adhesive to the top and bottom of the one that you want to be on the bottom of the waterfall. And that is a perfect square right there on this little panel, so that fits perfectly there. And then for the rest of them, you just want to add snail to the top part. You want to line up the top of your image with the score line. And then there's Santa. We'll put him there. And we'll put our Christmas tree on top. Now you could leave it as is, or I like to, see how that works? Isn't that neat? I like to take my crocodile and punch a hole here. And then with my ribbon, I fold it in half and poke it through the hole. And then you could tie a knot, but it makes it a little bit bulkier. So what I like to do is put a little sliver of cardstock through this loop. So I'll show you on the finished one right there. It's just a little bar of the real red cardstock. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll check back in for more tutorials and great projects. Thanks. Have a great day.